Those of you who got an invite, welcome to Nerd Prom.
No matter where in the world you are, we're all Nerds International. With the hyphen.
Alright, YouTube, it's Mr. Mean coming at you this Saturday afternoon, 4 o'clock on a gorgeous Saturday. A little swampy out, but the weather is still pretty nice, all things considered. I just wanted to do a quick video. I hadn't done one in a week, and life has been busy and crazy and hectic and all that fun stuff, and I just wanted to get a video out because I got June's RPG crate. It came in the mail today. I'm going to start this video off by saying I'm going to send a copy of this video to the RPG Crate guys. They have an email address. I think it's rpgcrate@gmail.com to let them see my videos because I don't feel like they're listening. When you say RPG Crate, to me that encompasses every type of video game, every kind of role-playing game out there, whether it be sci-fi or western or horror or fantasy or low fantasy, high fantasy, transhumanism, whatever you want to call it. So to call something an RPG crate and only have one genre of RPG in it, I think is a misnomer. Let's call this a D&D crate and get it over with, because I've been subscribed to this for a couple of months, at least 6 months, and I've gotten nothing that is non-D&D related in this crate, and I'm a little disappointed now. And I know in my past videos I've said it'd be nice if they supplied some other stuff and they would reach out to these other game companies and stuff. And I mean, it's the same thing over and over. I will say the difference this time is I didn't get any dice, which I kind of was looking forward to the dice. The dice are nice. They're always good quality dice. But they didn't put any dice in this time. So they mixed it up a little bit, which is okay. But I just felt that I think this is close to $40 after you get taxes and everything on it. And I just didn't feel it was bang for the buck for $40. I just didn't feel it. So this is the Cult of Cthulhu crate for June. Welcome to another RPG crate. This month we bring you another awesome t-shirt, a miniature, lots of adventure, and a new vendor. Norse Foundry makes some incredible stuff, and we're super excited to have them in the crate. Got questions? rpgcrate@gmail.com. So I'm definitely, after I post this video and everything, it's got to render, and takes about a half hour to an hour for the whole process. It's not terribly hard. I literally push a button and walk away and come back when it's done. But I'm a little disappointed. I've stopped looking at Dungeon Crate because Dungeon Crate is focused strictly on D&D. I mean, the name of the crate is Dungeon Crate, and I'm not a D&D GM, and I was a little disappointed with the lackluster contents of Dungeon Crate. Not to say that it's a bad crate. If you're into that, it's awesome. That's what you want. That's what you want. RPG crate to me, though, like I said at the beginning of the video, it's RPGs. There's all kinds of RPGs. There's sci-fi, horror, western, romance. And these guys are just focusing specifically on fantasy and specifically D&D. And I'm getting real tired. I mean, for $40 a month, I want a little bit more. It's $36 and some change, I think, is what gets charged to your credit card. And now that covers shipping. But in this month's crate, I have to say, not worth it. Cool t-shirt, as always. I mean, I will say, they go out of their way to give you a cool t-shirt. So this one's pretty sharp. Something to do with beer. Lost at Sea Brewery. The Kraken Pale Ale, Ocean Salted Hops, rpgcrate.com. So, cool t-shirt. I mean, I'll definitely wear it. It's a 2XL. It's my size. Into the laundry basket it goes. We got a cool miniature from Effin' Cool Miniatures. And it looks like a Illithid, whatever, Mind Flayer. I'm not sure if you can see that very well. Always cool miniatures. Again, this is a $4 or $5 deal. The t-shirts, $10 to $15. The other thing we got, and this is from the Norse Foundry, adventure coins. So these are some coins that you can use as a prop in your RPG, which is a very cool idea. I like it. And man, they've got some weight to them. Will I ever use these? No. But it's nice to have them. Comes with a little card here that the text is very small for these old eyes. I'm not going to read it. You guys can go on their website and look at it. The coins are pretty cool. They're all very much a Cthulhu theme. Let me get the big coin here. I'll probably give these out as a prize for one of my games that I run. Here's one of the coins. You can see it's got like a picture of Cthulhu. And on the back it's got the star. So this would even work for DCC, Sezergan. Oh, that's like it's a 25-cent coin, I guess, but it's like a Ouija board, which is kind of cool. Another one of those. This one I thought was odd. It's like a claw and a book. There's the claw and then the book. It's a weird coin. So there's two of each coin in here. And I just dropped one. I will find it later. So anyway, not overly impressed. I mean, I don't use those kind of props in my games. Somebody might. Like I said, I'll give these out as a gift to one of my games. And then you get there's the pluck foam in here, which again is always cool. So if you do get the RPG crate, that foam in the bottom of your thing is not packing foam. It's miniature foam. You get your 3 adventures, 1, 2, 3, and on the back they have the stats and the maps and everything. These are great one-shots, but again, these are for D&D or D&D like games. So they do me no good. I'm not running D&D. This is wasted paper. I mean, at most I'll use them as a bookmark. And then we get from Frog God Games for 5th edition, Madness Grows. It's an adventure with a bunch of stuff in it. It looks like an adventure anyway. There's really no blurb on the back. On the back is just an ad for RPG crates. So I'd have to read it and tell you, but it looks like an adventure. I see some maps in here and some NPCs. Madness Grows is a 7th level adventure that sprawls across the Carpathia Plains, the southernmost portion of Akados. So yeah, it's an adventure for D&D. So I'm not running a fantasy game right now, so fantasy coins do me no good. The t-shirt is for beer. I don't drink, so that doesn't do me any good either. The Mind Flayer, again, I'm not running a D&D. I'm not running a space fantasy game that would have Mind Flayers in it. I suppose I could use it. It is a cool miniature, though. There is no doubt. The quality of this miniature is very nice. I'm very impressed with the effing cool miniatures. I don't know if they're doing a Kickstarter or if they're just selling it, but it'd be cool to see these with some more sci-fi. So that's this month's crate. And again, I have to say, for $36, that includes shipping, I'm pretty disappointed. If I get another crate like this next month, I'll probably cancel. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. The guys over at RPG Crate, I know they're a small business. They bill your credit card a month in advance, so I'm paying interest on $36 for a month before I even get my product, or right at it. It's real close. I mean, it's splitting hairs at this point. I'm finding things to be picky about, and that when I find that when I'm doing that, that's Mr. Mean, and that's time to move away. I'm not impressed with. There's no diversity in a crate, I guess, is what I'm looking for. Especially when you call yourself RPG Crate. Because when you say RPG to me, again, I think various games. Sci-fi, horror, fantasy, Western, everything. I mean, with all of these different manufacturers that are out there, Pinnacle's huge. I mean, these guys could reach out to these other game companies and do something. So I'm gonna send this review to them. Hopefully they'll reply back to me, and when they do, I'll post a follow-up video with their reply if I get a reply back from them. I mean, I'm a nobody. I got maybe close to 200 subscribers. My voice doesn't really matter, but yours does. So vote with your dollar. Email these guys and tell them you want to see different stuff. I mean, if you're a D&D guy or gal, that's fine. This is a great box for you. But my channel focuses on all kinds of role-playing games. In fact, my D&D review was not the greatest D&D review because I'm not a fan of D&D. I like fantasy. I like Savage Worlds fantasy. I like Call of Cthulhu fantasy. I like different flavors of D&D. I just don't like a hit be hit. I like games where I can dodge and parry, and GURPS. GURPS is fantastic. If you're that kind of player and you like involved combat, GURPS is the game. I mean, Steve Jackson Games is phenomenal. They're known for working with small-time publishers and small press companies. Why not reach out to them and say, hey, how about a copy? I mean, dude, you can print it off, relatively free. GURPS will probably Steve Jackson Games will probably send you a couple hundred copies of the GURPS Primer, which is a freebie. You can download it off their website for free. But Steve Jackson would probably send it to you, and you can put a copy in here. I mean, I know you're limited by weight because, they pay for the shipping, but they're kicking that shipping back to us. We're paying the shipping. So, I mean, maybe send out a survey. Hey, do you guys want to see different types of product in the crate? How about a survey that asks us, the guys and gals that are paying for this, what we want? Dungeon Crate, I knew what I was getting in Dungeon Crate. Dungeon Crate straight up says we're fantasy RPG crate. It's everything to do with D&D and D&D related products. You know that from the get-go. That's why I canceled. I'm not a D&D guy. I don't want just D&D stuff. I want all kinds of stuff. I have boxes and boxes and boxes of RPG related material in every genre. If you name it, I have it. For the most part. Superhero. I mean, I know the guys at Mutants and Mastermind. I know that Chris Pramis is a super nice guy. Nicole is awesome. If you reached out to them and said, "Hey, the GM primer that came with the GM screen, can I get a copy of that to put in my box? Maybe drive some more business your way." I mean, this is paid for advertising. You're paying your $30 a month for a crate of loot that you're going to get, so you're paying for it. So why can't they reach out to these other publishers and developers and say, hey, for a nominal fee, give me XYZ, and he writes them a check. He's already getting our money. It's guaranteed. I mean, he knows how many crates have got to go out every month because he's billed our credit cards the month prior. So he can definitely say, okay, I need 300 copies of the Mutants and Masterminds primer. I need 300 copies of GURPS. And instead of putting in a 5th edition adventure, which would weigh as much as those 2 primers, now you're exposing maybe some new people to GURPS and to Mutants and Masterminds, or whatever game. Palladium. Kevin Symbieta has finally seen the light and is seeing that there is money to be made in other forms of publishing, and is now allowing his products to be PDF. For the longest time, he fought that. He fought that battle hard. And if you even put up a Palladium website that said, I like Palladium games, you got a cease and desist letter in the mail from his lawyers saying, take it down or we'll sue the crap out of you. So even he's coming over, into the 21st century and is aware of media and publishing and everything that goes on with that. So I just think, guys, after about 6 months of getting this crate and everything's D&D, I don't even play D&D. Why am I spending $30, $40 a month on a crate that really does me no good, except for the t-shirt? I do wear the t-shirts. I do like the t-shirts, but that's not worth $30. That's worth $10. I mean, I can get those t-shirts made for $10 a pop. My friend has a machine and she makes them. Cost me $10. So, I mean, I know not everybody has that ability, but I'm just saying we need some diversity in this crate. I mean, so I'm going to... Let me know what you think in the comments below. Maybe, am I being too harsh? Am I being Mr. Mean? Am I being a dick? I don't think I am. When you call yourself an RPG crate, to me that means everything RPG. The fantasy coins are kind of cool. And what about some sci-fi coins? What about some Victorian age coins for like the horror fans? Victorian horror, Call of Cthulhu is a big thing. So how about that? Why does it have to be everything D&D? I'm sick of D&D, is basically what I'm saying. So to the creators of RPG Crate, if you listen to this, if you take the time, A, thank you. I appreciate your honest listening. And B, get back to me and let's get some diversity in these crates, because you're going to lose a subscriber. And maybe that doesn't matter to you, but it matters to me. And I mean, to my couple of followers on YouTube, they're going to miss my RPG Crate reviews. I'm going to miss doing them, but I get a crate full of crap I don't need. I'm sorry. I know that sounds very negative. I don't want it to be that way, but I'm just tired of D&D. Give me Palladium. Give me Mutants and Masterminds. Give me Call of Cthulhu. Blue Rose. Fantasy Age. I mean, there's a ton of games out there that are all doing well. Torg is just been kickstarted and is doing really well. Get a primer in there for Torg. I mean, you're paying for the advertisement. The people that are buying these crates are paying for the contents. So I think we should have a say of what goes in them. I guess that's ultimately what I'm saying to the guys at RPG Crate. I pay for this, so I should have a say in what goes in it. So I'm telling you right now, throw some different stuff in there, man. Let's see some fantasy stuff. Let's see some horror stuff. Let's see different things. It doesn't have to be October for it to be a horror crate, because we've got Call of Cthulhu, we've got Deadlands, we've got all kinds of games out there that subscribe to that horror theme, and there's no reason we can't do something a little different. So I'm throwing that challenge out to you guys. If you follow my feed and you like my RPG crates and you want to keep them going and you want to see one every month, then email the guys at rpgcrate@gmail.com and tell them, hey, I want to see some different stuff in there. And I'm putting the challenge out to you guys at RPG Crate to hit me with something new, man. Because the bottom line is, I got more 5e stuff than I know what to do with, and I'm literally throwing it away. And that's my money I'm throwing away. So if I'm going to throw my money away, I'm going to buy something else, and I'm going to stop buying a crate. So take that for what it's worth. I hope you guys listen and understand the concern. Hopefully you've heard it from other people, too, that want to see different stuff. I mean, we've got Dungeon Crate. Dungeon Crate, I expect fantasy D&D related stuff, because it's called Dungeon Crate. This is called RPG Crate. I want to see other RPG stuff besides D&D stuff. So anyway, that's my rant for today. The video is kind of short. It's only about 17, 18 minutes long. I just wanted to get this out there. And the t-shirt is very cool. The miniature is cool. The coins are pretty cool. I'll never use them. I don't run that type of fantasy game that I use those kind of props. So it has no use to me. That's not to say that it's not useful. Like I said, I'll give it out as a token of people playtesting or playing in a game that I play in. I'll just give it out as a prize. So for me, it works. But the average gamer, if I wasn't a GM that did a lot of demos and give away free prizes, I would cancel this crate, because it has no use for me, other than getting the loot to turn around and give to other people. So be that what it may. So I've made my challenge. I've said my rant. Just wanted to get it out there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, give me a like and subscribe. And remember, A, peace and hair grease, and B, as always, Mr. Mean says, be nice.